We are at a crossroads in history today. This is not a moment for more talk. It's time to act, time to step up and lead, and to unite around a new plan for a just and enduring peace.
As a part of this endeavour, the United Kingdom and France will be leading what Starmer dubbed as a coalition of the willing to support Ukraine and the attempts to end the war. The Defence Summit in the UK brought together the European Union, NATO and Canada, with President Zelenskyy attending the summit. It's been a dramatic 2 weeks where US President Donald Trump initiated direct contact with Russia and set up a meeting with Putin's team to negotiate the end of the war in Ukraine without involving Ukraine or the European Union. The US briefed European leaders after that meeting, but the events of last week, particularly what happened here, has really changed things up for Europe too. That is now trying to find a new deal for Ukraine and end the war that is now in its 4th year. But European leaders have said that it is important the new deal has the backing of the US, while conceding that Europe needs to step up with funding and support for Kyiv.
The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air. Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing.
Donald Trump has been reluctant to give any security guarantees for Ukraine. He's instead keen on getting a multi-billion-dollar critical minerals deal with Ukraine. Zelenskyy was supposed to sign the minerals deal on Friday when the shouting match derailed the deal and sent panic waves across Europe too. The meeting in London is now an attempt to bring in a new deal. The coalition of the willing wants to ensure that military aid continues to flow to Ukraine. Any deal about ending the war includes Kyiv, and all efforts must be taken to improve Ukraine's own defense capabilities in the long run.
Ultimately, the one thing we absolutely cannot afford is a peace that does not last. This is something Ukraine cannot afford, Europe cannot afford, and the United States cannot afford. Therefore, we must be very careful when assessing what is being proposed, particularly in response to this key question. Could this peace be violated? Because unfortunately, we have seen this happen in the past.
French President Emmanuel Macron later told Le Figaro that he and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer had proposed a 1-month truce covering air, sea and energy infrastructure, aiming to buy time for de-escalating Russia's war against Ukraine. He acknowledged that the truce would not extend to ground combat, admitting that enforcing a full ceasefire would be extremely challenging due to the vast front line.
The important thing is that everyone here has clearly reaffirmed that they want to support Ukraine. It is the country under attack, the victim of Russian aggression. That is the truth, which is still very clear to everyone.
With Trump's support for Ukraine wavering, more so the uncertainty of how things stand after the rather public showdown in the Oval Office, Europe is hoping to step up. But can it move swiftly to secure peace in Ukraine? For more such videos, subscribe to SNG News and make sure you like and share our videos.